Hello YouTube, this is Aero.de Aviation News reporting from the Paris Air Show 2013. We're having an interview scheduled with Randy Tinseth, Vice President Marketing, Boeing Commercial Airplanes. Mr. Tinseth, thank you for agreeing to meet us today. You just released your current market outlook, the 20-year market forecast, and you increased this by a staggering number to 35,000 aircraft. Which markets will fuel this demand?
Well, as you just mentioned, over the next 20 years, we see a total demand for more than 35,000 new aircraft valued at $4.8 trillion. About 60% of that demand will be needed for growth. The biggest growth markets are in Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. 40% of the demand for replacement in Europe, as well as the United States and Russia. And when you look at demand on a model basis, the single-aisle aircraft, like the A320, like the 737, will be the biggest driver of growth as we look into the future.
In this high-volume single-aisle fleets, some of your customers, like American Airlines, Lion Air, Norwegian, right now shift from one-type strategies to mixed Airbus and Boeing fleets. Is this a trend you expect to continue?
Well, as we look at the MAX and the NEO, for example, since we've launched the MAX, we've shared that market about 50-50 with Airbus, but that battle's just begun. There's only been about 3,500 of those sales. There's a 25,000 market long-term, so those trends, I think, are just beginning. So we have great opportunity as we look into the future.
Any guidance when you expect to break even with the NEO in terms of orders? I think you're at about 1,400 for the MAX right now.
Well, if you take each model and you actually put their launch dates one on top of each other, we're about the same trend. So I don't know when it will happen, but all I can say is we're working hard on each and every campaign. We think we have a great aircraft, and we like our chances in any campaign.
Do new competitors like a 160-seat C-Series 300 extend an additional challenge to your product and to your marketing efforts?
Well, there's no question that the duopoly between Boeing and Airbus is over. We see new competition from the Canadians, from the Brazilians, from the Russians, from the Chinese, from the Japanese. The market is changing. And those new manufacturers bring in new ideas, new technologies, new competition. They make us all better. For us to be successful in that market, know your customers, have the right strategy, and then invest. Invest in new products, new technologies, and your manufacturing process to lower costs.
Talking about high density cabins, like on the C-Series 300, Airbus will offer the A321 in a 236-seat configuration. We hear Boeing is also studying an emergency exit option for the 737 MAX that would allow seating additional passengers. Can you comment on this?
Well, there's no question that when you look at low-cost carriers, they're looking to get as high dense configuration as they possibly can. Today, when you look at a 737-800, compare it to the A320, we carry 9 more passengers. I know that they're looking at some different ways to increase that exit limit. Of course, we'll keep our options open as we move into the future and look at the way we'll develop the new aircraft.
Let's talk about the other end of your product line. The 787-10 and the 777X loom around the corner. Are wide-body twins the future of intercontinental air travel?
They're not the future, they're the present and the future. Frankly, as we look at the market, about 8,600 wide bodies over the next 20 years, and only about 760 of those aircraft are big airplanes like the 747-8 or the A380. The rest of the market is all twin-engine, twin-aisle aircraft, and we're really well positioned with our 787. We're really well positioned with our 777. And as we look to the future with the Dash 10X and the 777X, we'll be able to provide a complete product line, literally a different airplane for each and every one of our customers' needs.
So a 400-plus seat 777-9X would create obviously an in-house competitor for your 747-8 current product. So is the era of the jumbo jet over in this decade?
Well, as I mentioned, it's a small but an important market. And as you look at the way we position the 777, the way we position the 787, we've left room in the market segment for the 747-8. We've invested in that airplane, so the airplanes we're delivering today are better than the ones we just did 2 years ago, and we'll continue to invest in the 747-8 to make sure that it continues to be competitive.
As we start this interview with the current market outlook, the 20-year market forecast, what are your feelings? What do you expect to see on display here in Paris in the year 2033?
Well, there's no question that today the important products, those are the ones our our customers are choosing are the most efficient aircraft, and I think we look 20 years from now, it will all be about efficiency then as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.